You gotta always think positive. That right there alone will change your life, change your mind, change your thought process. It'll change a lot just from thinking positive. Even in times of hurt, even in times where things may not be going right, even where when everything's negative in your life, everything's down. I promise you, there's always one thing during that time that's gonna be positive, and you gotta seek that. You gotta find those things. You gotta approach the negative times with a positive outcome. You know what I'm saying? You think positively about those negative times, it just relieves your stress. You ain't gonna stress about those things because you know that hard times don't last forever. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking positively about a negative thing. So how can you stress about it? You can't stress about things that you can't control. And you really don't have to stress about things that you can control. Because if you do mess up, if you do take an L or you know what I'm saying, you don't do the best at something. L stand for learning, bro. Ain't no failures, ain't no L's around here. The only opportunities to learn, only opportunities to grow from those things. I don't care if you lost your girlfriend, the baddest girlfriend, you thought you was gonna wife her up, be in love with her. She left you. What are you gonna do from there? You gonna learn? You gonna sulk? Ain't no else, bro. You grow from that. You learn from that. You better yourself from that. You know what I'm saying? You just go out there and be the best man you could be. You get cut from your basketball team, you get cut from your football team. There's many examples of where you're taking an L, but in that situation, you're only learning, you're only growing. There's no fails, there's no failures, there's no L's. You know what I'm saying? That's just how you gotta think. You gotta think with a positive mindset. You can learn from everything. You fail a test. Maybe you should have studied more. You didn't just fail, but what are you gonna do after that to make sure that don't happen again? What are you gonna do to learn from that and to just put yourself in a better position going forward so you can grow, so you can be better at that same situation? You can't take the same L twice. Like I said, L's mean learning, man. We ain't taking no L's over here. We ain't doing none of that. We just learning from situations. We growing from situations. Just don't view an L as L. Don't view an L as a setback. Don't view an L as you failed something or you lost something like that. You just gotta learn from it. You gotta grow. And I promise you, those L's gonna make you a better person. I promise you. I've been there, done that, went through it, lived it. I promise those L's. If you view them L's the right way, if you view them L's with a positive thinking, with a positive mindset, I promise to you, you're gonna grow. You're gonna become a better person. You're gonna become a better man, a better woman, just from that one L, that one loss, that one fail, that one setback. You go back 5 miles to come back 10. You know what I'm saying? Every minor setback has a major comeback. You all heard that before. That's literally what that is. You just gotta grow. You gotta learn. But what is positive thinking though? Positive thinking is approaching any life challenge or anything good going in your life, any life challenge, anything that's going good in your life, just looking at it with a hopeful outlook, positive outlook. You just focus on the good of those situations. You're focusing on the good in those negative situations. You're expecting positive outcomes. You're talking about things like you already have them, like your goals, your aspirations. You're talking about those things like you already have them, you already earned them, you already achieved them. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're just actively seeking the positive. You're actively looking for the good out of situations. You're not reminiscing or thinking or just stuck on the negatives in a situation. Um, yeah, there's gonna be times where things are negative, but there's always a light at the end of that tunnel. There's always times where you can turn those negatives into positives. I mean, negatives don't last forever. Hard times don't last forever. Y'all heard that all before too. Um, so what are you gonna do during those hard times? What are you gonna do during those negative times to just help you elevate past them and help you overcome them? And you know what I'm saying? Just get out of that. And like, you can't sit in them forever. They don't last forever. There's always a light at the end of that tunnel. I promise. And then it goes back to the old question: is the glass half empty? Is the glass half full? If you view the glass half empty, then you're probably that person that's just stuck on those negative times. You're stuck on those negative thoughts and whatever's negative in your life. You're stuck on those things. But if you view the glass half full, that means you're halfway to full. You're halfway to greatness. You're halfway to your goals being achieved. You're halfway there. You're halfway full. You're not halfway empty. You're halfway full. You're looking at those setbacks. You're looking at those negative times. Those, like, what do you call it? Like those bad times. And you're finding positives out of those. You're finding a positive in the negative. You're finding you get cut. Okay, now it's time for me to go work. You lose a job, you get fired. Okay, now I gotta approach a different job another way. I gotta be better at the next job. I gotta better myself to be better at the next job. You lose your girlfriend. Maybe it wasn't just the right time. Maybe God didn't want us to be together. Maybe I got to better myself before I can love somebody else. I mean, there's positive, there's learning. Like I said earlier, there's learning opportunities in every setback, every L, every failure. There's a learning opportunity with it. And also, positively thinking don't just mean you're ignoring the things that don't go well in your life, or it means you're just approaching those things in a more positive and productive way. You still have to have those realistic thoughts. You still have to have those realistic outlooks on things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life is life. You can't just expect everything to go perfectly. But when things don't go perfectly, you got to find time. You got to find the thing that didn't go well and the thing that didn't go your way. You got to find the thing that did go your way out of that situation. That's looking at things positively. That's looking at things like, yeah, I didn't do the best. I failed. I didn't get the best grade. I didn't have the best practice. I didn't get the best job. I didn't have the best paycheck. But I can learn from it and grow from it. I can do better next time when I get another chance at it. Like that's looking at things positively. That right there it'll leave you. It'll relieve you of so much stress. I'm telling you, because you're not stressing about things. You're not thinking like, oh well, I didn't do bad on the first test, so I'm probably gonna do bad on the second test. Oh, I didn't do good on the first test, so I'm scared to take the second test. I'm stressing about the second test because I didn't learn from the last time. I didn't go out and think of like, okay, this is a learning opportunity. It's a time where I can grow. It's a time where I can better myself. It's time where I can focus on me, focus on what I got to do to be better in the second chance, to be better in the second time. Like you can't just dwell on the negative things. You gotta think about positive things. You gotta self-talk. Self-talk is a big thing. Like I'm sure y'all heard on TikTok. I've been on TikTok. Like I will statements. Like on my board behind the camera, my goals and stuff. It's not just a I want or like just a plain written goal. All my goals say I will in front of them to just speak them into existence, to speak like I already got them. Like I'll read one off on January. It says I will reach 50 subscribers. I believe that I'll reach 50 subscribers. I believe that I already achieved 50 subscribers. Like putting it in my mind that that's already been done. Like I already have that. You got to put that thought in your mind. You got to speak like you already have things. Like you can't just say you want something, because then if you want something, what are you going to do to get it? But if you have something, if you already say you're going to do something, if you're going to say you will do something, then that just tells yourself you got to put in the work. You got to do what you said you'll do. So like you got to self-talk. You got to positively self-talk. You didn't have the best practice. You didn't have the best game. All right, I will do this and this and this to be better. I will, you know what I'm saying? I will go practice more. I will work out more. I will run more. Whatever that may look like. Like you gotta positively self-talk yourself. You gotta put yourself in a position where like you've already achieved things. You've already done things. You've already bettered yourself. I will better myself. I will, put time into myself. I will read more. Like you gotta just self-talk yourself. You gotta talk yourself through those things. And just don't let the negative thoughts eat you up. Don't let the negative times eat you up. You know what I'm saying? And then another big thing, you gotta surround yourself with like-minded people. You gotta surround yourself with positive people. If you're around negative people, chances are you're gonna be negative. If you're around people that don't work hard, chances are you're gonna be lazy. You gotta surround yourself with like-minded people that's gonna do the same things you want to do. They got the same goals, the same aspirations. You want to get money? All right, I'm gonna be with him who's trying to get money. You want to elevate your game. You want to elevate your TikTok, elevate your Instagram. Okay, he's doing on the same grind I am. We got the same goals. We got the same aspirations. So why am I still with him who's over here just sitting on his butt all day playing a video game? He's over here working. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are who you hang around. As cliche as it sounds, many people have said that before, it's the truth. It's 100% the truth. You got to surround yourself with people who got the same goals, same aspirations, got the same work ethic, who want to make things happen in life. Who want to, like, if you do just want to sit on the couch all day and play games, that's fine. But find that person who sits on the couch all day and plays games. If you want to get money, if you want to build a business, you want to start a business, you want to build your TikTok, Instagram, social media, whatever that may be, You want to be better at something. You got to be with the man who's out there working hard every day. You got to go be friends with him. You can't just be sitting on your butt all day with your other friends, because they're not doing nothing but making you feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You got to surround yourself with like-minded people. That's another way, like, positive, like that they're positive. They're something you want to be in the future. They're doing something you want to do in the future, so why not be with them? They got the blueprint. They've been through it all before. So why are you still with the other man who's not doing anything? Why are you still riding with your other bro who's not doing anything? You know what I'm saying? You got to be with the person who's already done it, been there, done it. You learn from stuff like that. That's just positive. That's not a negative thing. You got to surround yourself who think positively. You got to surround yourself with people who just ain't always negative. Like, oh, well, you ain't did this, so you ain't gonna do that. Where's the positivity out of that? You can't be around negative people. You got to be around people who push you, who motivate you. Don't let nobody be around you like, oh, well, your video ain't got 5 views. It only got 5 views. It only got 10 views. Yeah, so what? 10 views is better than 0 views. You know what I'm saying? You can't be around those people. You gotta push those people out your life. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You gotta get rid of those negative Nancy's. So if you want to start thinking positively, you want to start doing stuff like that, you gotta get rid of those negative Nancy's, man, for sure. And like I said earlier, hard times don't last forever, man. There's always a light at the end of that tunnel. There's never a hard time that's lasted your whole life. Never a hard time that lasted literally forever. It's never happened. It's not gonna happen. You just gotta stay grounded. You gotta stay motivated. Just keep grinding. Keep thinking positive. And most importantly, you just gotta trust and believe that the man upstairs is gonna pull you out of those things. Like I said in the first video, you gotta. I mean, a relationship with the Lord, man, it's great. You just put your trust in Him. You know what I'm saying? Pray to Him. He's gonna answer everything you got. May not be in the time you want, but when the time is right, He's gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So just trust Him. That hard times ain't gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not. Like I said, they're not. Stay grounded, stay motivated. Trust the man upstairs. You know, think positively about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Find the good in it. Live in it. Find the good in it. And everything's gonna work out how it's supposed to work out. And then another thing, you gotta be grateful for everything. You gotta look at things with a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of examples of this. There's a lot of ways. Like, I mean, God woke you up today. You're here. Yeah, the day wasn't the best, but God woke me up this morning. There's an example of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just be grateful for the little things. You gotta be thankful for the little things, and then the big things will start to stack on top of the little things, and so on and so forth. Yeah, the food wasn't the best. The food was nasty, but I ate today. I was able to put something into my body, so I wasn't out there starving. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are different, like, ways of looking at things. Those are different ways of being thankful, being grateful. That's in itself, that's positive. Like, that's a positive thing. I ate today. The negative thing is the food wasn't good. Yeah, that's fine. But I ate today. I put food in my body. I didn't have the best day today, but I woke up this morning. Like, there's always a positive to a negative. You gotta learn to find those things. You gotta just think about those things. You can't just think always about the negative. The negative ain't gonna get you nowhere. You think negative, you'll have negative, you'll do negative. And that's real. Negative thoughts induce negative actions. They induce negative things in life. I've seen it happen firsthand. There's people I've seen in my life where they're nothing but negative. They talk nothing but negative, and they get nothing but negative. It's like they spoke it into existence. Basically, they put words in the air, and they literally got nothing but negative. And I don't wish that upon nobody, like, at all. But I've seen it happen firsthand. You can't speak negative. You gotta speak positive. You gotta say, I will do this. I have this already. You know what I'm saying? I will be better at this. I will grow. I will be a better person. I'll be the best person I can be. I'll reach all my goals. Like, just positive words, positive affirmations, positive goal, like positive thoughts. That's what I was trying to say. Positive thoughts. I promise you, that'll take you a long way. That'll change your life. That's really the first step of having a good mentality, having a good mindset. Like, you just gotta be positive. And I'm not saying, like, I know hard times happen. I know you're gonna have negative thoughts, negative feelings. Like, we're human. It's gonna happen. I've had negative thoughts every day. I have negative feelings every day. But I'm not gonna sit here and dwell on them. I'm not gonna sit here and just make that my whole life, my whole mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make that like the top priority. Like, there's things you can learn from. There's things you can grow from. Like, let me try. I'm trying to think of an example. I can't think of it right now. I ain't gonna lie, but we're human. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have those negative thoughts. You're gonna have those negative feelings or whatever. But you can't let the negativity just eat you up and overwhelm you. You gotta learn how to keep it at bay and turn those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Turn those negative feelings into positive feelings. Turn those negative times into positive times. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's easier said than done. Not gonna lie, because I've been there. I've done that. Been there. I've been in times like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I'm human too. I have negative thoughts. I have negative feelings. But I promise you, if you think positive about those things, you try to find the positive outcome out of everything. You try to find a positive outcome when the times are the worst or the times are the toughest. It'll take you a long way, and that alone will just change a lot about how you think, a lot about what you do, a lot about how your just life plays out in general. Like, it's I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I've stressed less because I've thought about things in a different light. I've looked at things in a different light. Looked at things from a different perspective. I've been grateful for more things. Like, it really takes a lot of stress off your shoulders. It takes a lot of stress, like, out of you in general. Like, you're stress free. I'm not stress free. Nobody's stress free, but like, the amount of stress there was before, it's like that stress is not going, but it's still here, but it's like way less. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll stress way less. You think positive. I promise you. I'm telling you right now. And that's just really the first step of, like, trying to have that good mindset. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it for today's video. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. If you like the video, go ahead and smash that like button, smash that sub button. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. And go ahead and comment down below on what your thoughts are about this video, what your thoughts are about just everything I said in this video, about the positive thinking and stuff like that. Go ahead and comment those things down below. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in today, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.